Now joined by Mark May, Pittsburgh Hall of Famer, part of the greatest Penn State rivalry they ever had at the University of Pittsburgh. And Mark, to inform the viewers, you have flown cross-country to get to ESPN, so this is really your first time dealing with the Joe Paterno situation. The firing of Paterno, McQueary allowed to coach on Saturday. Your thoughts of the last 72 hours?
Well, if you're going to fire the president, you're going to fire Joe Paterno, you've got to fire everybody. And I have no idea why Mike McQueary is still on this staff, why he's on the sidelines, or he's allowed to even be around the university. This is the reason why. Everybody says he was a grad assistant when this took place in 2002. No, he wasn't a 21. He was a 28-year-old man, not a young adult. An older man commit a sexual act against a 10-year-old and did nothing about it. Did not confront Jerry Sandusky, did not argue with him verbally, or walked away and went home and talked to his dad about it. And then decided to see Joe Paterno the next day. You talk about building character at Penn State. Where's the integrity in that? And he's not allowed to only coach on the sideline Saturday. He's been allowed to be there since 2002 as an assistant coach. Look, I was recruited by Penn State as a high school player. I've always loved Penn State and respected Joe Paterno. But they've got to start living by their model. They are not the rule. They are the exception. And as long as Joe Paterno's been there, they talked about character. They talked about integrity. Even in their Penn State fight song, Penn State Forever, molder of men. Well, where is that integrity now? When you let a player that is a former player like Mike McQueary as a coach on the sideline still be on the sideline for another game, much less another minute, I think that strikes a signal that this board of trustees and this coaching staff still doesn't get the point. This is much bigger than football. This is much bigger than sports. This is much bigger than Joe Paterno. This is about the integrity of our youngsters and your university and how you're going to stand up and fight for it to get it back and gain it back. Until you draw the line in the sand and get rid of everybody, Mike McQueary included, and probably the entire staff, you're not going to start to begin to lay the new foundation around Mount Nittany in Penn State.